This next poem is called Confession. We're not entirely sure what you are exactly, but we know we don't like you. It's frustrating for us not being able to pin it down properly. From the first notes of the register, it's clear that something is amiss. Davis, 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 Evans, Evans, Jones, 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 Mohamed. Trigger warning, he's not from round here. But the name thing, it's a useful shorthand, definitely. You've got to understand that we're really having to feel our way here. That's why it took so long for us to realise that chanting Muhammad Ali wasn't technically an insult. And we think that there might be something a bit Jewish going on with you as well, judging by your nose and something that we heard from someone somewhere, which is also confusing. What even is a Jewish? But we do want to make it clear that that kid that called you a Paki was acting alone, even we're not that stupid. To be honest, it's not even really a race thing. One of our best friends is literally black, and he doesn't like you either. It's just easier for us to focus on racial aspects, because while we do know intellectually that fundamentally we just distrust everything about you and hate you on a really basic level, that's kind of hard to articulate and process into nice, sharp, compact sound bites to lob at you in the changing rooms or in the corridors, which is why it's really handy when you let your hair grow long. It gives us something to grab hold of. No pun intended. And again, we know that you don't fancy boys, but gay, it's just so easy, Ultimately, I think the problem is that as a kind of collective livestock hive mind thing, we just can't deal with how utterly awesome you are. The way girls flock to you, irresistibly drawn by your glowing, pulsating personal magnetism. Your snappy comebacks, which would have made you a local legend even if you weren't the only person within a 50-mile radius with an Islamic surname. The way you swaggered on stage at that school dance and absolutely shredded that Led Zeppelin solo on that cool as shit electric guitar that you built yourself in technology. It's all just a bit too much for us to process. So this is just to let you know that when we all stampede after you, we only want to beat you up to demonstrate our deep and overpowering love for everything that you represent. It's the only way that we can express it, also by throwing eggs. And if you should happen to escape by doing a totally awesome somersault over the fence and then running along the other side of the fence, righteously showering us with middle-fingered salutes in a totally awesome way, like in such a way that you'll still be dining out on the story more than 10 years later, we won't be angry. We'll just look really angry, because our facial muscles are not yet developed enough to communicate that level of awestruckness. Seriously, you rock. Or you're a long-haired Jewish Muslim puff. To be honest, we don't even know anymore. Thank you.